Hey gamers, welcome back to another Ultimate Guide. We're continuing our Thetan Arena series with this episode, and today we're going to dive into the different game modes in Thetan Arena. We'll walk you through all of them one after the other, giving you tips on how to win in each of them. As usual, if this is your first time on the channel, welcome, glad to have you. And if you're loving this series so far, then you should definitely hit that subscribe button because we've got so much more in store for you. On this channel, we break down all your play to earn blockchain games and give you all the info you need to play, win, and earn, so you do not want to miss it. It's important to note that at the time of recording this video, Thetan Arena is not even a month old, and so I'm sure more game modes will be added in the future, and I will have follow-up topics to this video covering all of those. I'll be sure to link them in the description and on the screen as they become available. Alright then, let's jump into Thetan Arena's game modes. First off, Battle Royale. This gameplay subgenre has really made its way into a lot of gaming categories. It's basically you against the world. In this game, there's two Battle Royale modes: Solo, where it's you against 11 other players, and Duo, where, as the name implies, it's you and a buddy, or a stranger if you can't find a buddy, against other pairs of players. How Battle Royale works here is that the players are gradually being pushed towards a predetermined point on the map. At intervals, a ring-shaped borderline continues to close in on the players. If you're caught in the red zone, you'll gradually lose health until you're eliminated. So, you want to stay in the circle to stay alive. This is to ensure that the game doesn't go on longer than necessary with players simply camping and being inactive in the game. However, there is a 4-minute limit for both solo and duo battle royale. So how do you play this mode? First, you'll notice that there are supply boxes all around you. You need to destroy these supply boxes and pick up the power-ups contained in them in order to level up your character and gain access to your hero's equipped skills. The more you collect, the more you level up, and with each new level, you'll see a plus sign above all of your skills, including your hero's fury. It takes a while to get used to, but with the sound cues on level up, you'll know exactly when it's time to hit that plus button on one of those skills. But be careful, you have to choose wisely. Leveling up a skill that's on a cooldown may put you in an unpleasant situation. More on that later. These power-ups also give temporary boosts to your hero's stats, as well as an instant level up. You can get boosts to damage, health, attack speed, movement speed, and range. The only other way to get these power-ups and level ups is by eliminating another player. Eliminated players leave behind their power-ups, and these can give you a huge instant boost. Now, let's give you tips on how to win in Battle Royale. First, start fast. To succeed in this game mode, you have to start out the game as quickly as possible. What this means is, try to destroy as many supply boxes as possible to level up quickly. A good start can definitely increase your chances of winning. While playing duo, it's important to remember that whatever power-ups are picked up by one teammate is shared by both players, so don't fight your buddy for those power-ups. Second, break boxes from a safe distance to avoid bombs. You quickly notice that there are a lot of loot boxes with unpleasant surprises for you. These bombs will jump at you if you're too close. So when you've got the box to a low health, step back before dealing the final blow. This way, you don't lose precious health. This is crucial because in Battle Royale there is no health regeneration and there are no health spawn points. You can only heal using health from loot boxes or by using the healing skill if you have it equipped. Third, go for the big box, if you can. At certain intervals, a huge supply box is dropped at a random position on the map, within the ring of course. You can see the countdown till the next box is dropped right at the top of your screen. This has a huge element of luck to it, But if you're relatively close to the drop location, then consider altering your course to go for that box because it gives much better power-ups than the regular boxes. Just bear in mind, there will be other players going for it, so be ready for a fight. Fourth, always shoot the grass. If you don't already know, while players are in the grass, they're invisible unless they get hit or they hit you. A tactic a lot of players use is to wait in the grass to ambush you. So, be afraid of the grass. Don't worry about other players hearing your shots. All heroes have an attack range, and if they're not on your screen, they most likely can't hurt you. Well, unless they have a super rocket. That thing has a ton of range. There's a helpful visual cue to let you know if someone's watching you while invisible. So pay attention to the screen. If you see an eyeball on your hero, then someone just spotted you. Fifth, use the grass. Yeah, I know I just said shoot the grass, but you'd be crazy not to use a tactic that works. This tip doesn't apply only to Battle Royale, but it works in every other mode. While running through the map, if you can afford to, always run through the grass. This will always give you the chance to surprise your opponents and get close enough for an attack before revealing yourself. This works especially well for heroes with short range attacks. Sixth, and this is specific to duo, don't split up. Just don't do it. There's simply no benefit to being far away from your teammate in this mode. If you get caught alone by another team, your chances of survival are very low. Sticking together also means breaking supply boxes quicker by using your combined firepower. I should mention that you can revive your teammate in duo by standing in their tombstone circle for a few seconds, but only within a specific time window, after which you cannot be revived. If you're too far from your teammate and you die, it's almost impossible to get you back into the game. So just don't be that guy. Stick to your buddy. And finally, as the late great Kenny Rogers said, you've got to know when to run. As you level up, so do other players. When an opponent enters your view, pay attention to the number above their hero. If you're on a much lower level than they are, it's wise not to engage until you can level up. So run away like a scared little kitten. They can say what they want, but don't listen to them because you'll be an alive scared little kitten. And surviving longer means breaking more boxes and potentially leveling up some more. And next, we have the tower mode. This is actually my second favorite game mode. It can be brutal, but with the right tactics, can be very fun while challenging. In this mode, you have 8 players split in 2 teams. On each side of the very small map, each team has their towers with a dormant robot on it. The goal is to charge your robot and use it to destroy the opposing team's tower. Pay attention to the countdown at the top of your screen. This tells you how long till the next battery is spawned. When the timer hits 0, the battery is spawned at the center of the map. There can only be one battery out at any point in time. Whichever team has the battery automatically charges up their robot. The opposing team has a very limited time to eliminate the battery holder and take the battery for themselves. If they fail to do so within this time limit, the team holding the battery summon their robot. This robot's only goal is to destroy the opposing team's tower. It's easy to see how this game mode can go back and forth, turning into a tug of war. And so there's a 5-minute limit for this game mode, after which whichever team has done more damage to their opponent's tower wins the game. Unlike Battle Royale, this game mode sometimes ends in a draw. So, how do you win? First, don't rush to the center. Because this game mode heavily depends on charging your robot, you may be tempted to always go and take the center in order to get the battery first. But let me tell you why you should reconsider. Around the map, there are loot boxes that contain XP crystals that can grant you a level up. The only other way to get a level up is by eliminating an opponent. As your opponents rush to the center to be the first to the battery, quickly break all the boxes you can as quickly as you can, especially the big ones. By doing this, you can quickly unlock your skills, and by the time the battery appears, you have more firepower than your opponent. This can easily overwhelm them while you and your teammate make off with the battery. This works even if your opponent gets the battery first. As long as you don't give them any free kills, you'll always be a level ahead and have more skills at your disposal. Second, protect the battery holder with your life. This goes without saying, but I'll still say it. Your death count doesn't matter here. What matters is charging up your robot and letting it do damage to your opponent's tower. So don't hesitate to take multiple bullets for your battery holder. Third, spread out. A common tactic in this game mode is to use crowd control skills like the black hole and ice ball to stop the opposing team from reaching the battery when it spawns. If your team is not spread out enough, you could all be immobilized, giving your opponent all the time they need to retrieve the battery and retreat. Fourth, if your opponent successfully spawns a robot, focus everything you have on the robot and take it out. It has a ton of health, so you really have to be quick or the game could be quickly over for you and your teammates. Fifth, and this one isn't very obvious to most people, but when your robot is spawned, don't try to kill your opponents. Follow your robot. It disables the shields on your opponent's tower, so focus all your firepower on their tower while it's vulnerable. Your opponents will be trying to eliminate both you and your robot. Like I said, this mode can be very challenging, especially while defending your tower. Finally, play with friends, not randoms. All the tips I've just given really rely heavily on teamwork, and most randoms just do what they want. So it is very hard to win in this game mode if you're not playing as a team. Next, we have Deathmatch. Here, it's straight up 4 versus 4. All you have is your skills and your teammates. This is actually my favorite game mode because of its simplicity and the fact that you can certainly win in this mode even with random teammates. It's also a very quick mode, the shortest of all modes at a 3.5 minute time limit. Here's how it works. Each game is divided into 3 stages. First stage is 1 minute long, and during this time, each kill counts as 1 kill. The second stage is 1.5 minutes, and at this point, there's a 2 times score multiplier, and so each kill within this time frame counts as 2 kills on the scoreboard. In the final minute, things get real, and each kill now counts as 3 kills. This is when the whole game sometimes turns around, and if you're not careful, you could quickly lose the lead if you've been leading the entire game. You can win the match either by racking up 25 consecutive points or by being in the lead on points when the timer comes to an end. So, here's what to do to increase your chances of winning. First, don't go off on your own. Similar to Battle Royale Duo, it's important to stick with your teammates in order to destroy the supply boxes quicker. Although the XP crystals you collect here are not shared by all teammates, if at least one teammate has their skill available before an encounter with your opponents, you'll be ready for the battle. Besides destroying the boxes, when you get eliminated, don't rush back into battle alone. Try to regroup with your teammates to give you a better chance against your opponents. Second, go for the big supply box. If you don't do anything else, do this one. The big supply box contains a power-up potion that gives a massive temporary boost to your hero's stats. You get faster, do more damage, and can reload faster. You also get armor that absorbs a ton of damage. This potion changes the game. You can go on a rampage if you get it, and if your teammate has it, follow them. You can quickly wipe out the entire team with a single potion. Third, it's okay to run. Remember I told you in Battle Royale you should run to fight another day? It's even better here. When you're on low health, don't just keep blasting away. Stop shooting and run away. It's important to stop shooting because in this game mode, as well as tower, you slowly regenerate health if you're not shooting or getting shot at. You can also find health pickups at any of the 4 points on the map. So if you want to stay alive longer, run away and come back rejuvenated. Finally, and this is kind of a cheap tactic, you heard it here first, if you're in the lead during the last minute of the game, it's wise to give your opponents the runaround. Let them chase you. Don't rush into the battle. This is important because during the triple kill stage, you can quickly lose the lead, and so you can run down the clock by playing hide and seek with your opponents. They'll hate you for it, but it works. This is a very interesting game mode. Let me break it down for you. It takes place on maps that are similar in size to Deathmatch and Tower. The time limit here is 4 minutes. The goal is to take the star that appears in the middle of the map. Kind of similar to the battery in Tower, but here it's different. When you pick up the star, the superstar, smaller stars spawn around you at random locations, but within a radius of your hero. To win the game, you have to collect more stars than your opponent or collect 50 stars before the timer runs out. When stars spawn around you, anyone can pick them up, even your opponents. There are 3 stages just like in Deathmatch. In the first stage, when the first superstar spawns, it spawns 2 stars each time. In the second stage, each spawn produces 3 stars. And in the final stage, each spawn produces 5 stars. These endgame scenarios are really there to give you some comeback mechanics to turn the game around even when you may be losing by a lot. So, what's the optimal strategy here? Most of what works for Tower also works here in Superstar. I see Superstar as a bit of a blend of Tower and Deathmatch. It gives you the endgame comeback scenario of Deathmatch while giving you the tag-like nature of Tower. And so I've got just a few tips for you here. First, attacking. If your opponent has the Superstar, they'll definitely run back to their respawn point. You really have to work as a team here to get the star back. This is because when a hero respawns, it comes with a shield for a few seconds, and you can't hit them. And so if you're too close to the respawn point of your opponent, you're gonna get killed, no doubt. So go in as a team and make sure at least one teammate is able to escape with the Superstar. Just like in Tower, your kill or death count is not important here. Second, defending. When your team has the Superstar, defend the holder with your life. It's an effective tactic to stay as close to your respawn point as possible. The hero with the Superstar has to stay on the move. It may be tempting to just hide in the grass, but remember that the stars will spawn around the holder's location, and so your opponents will very quickly spot you and take you out, even while hidden in the grass. And there you have it, all 5 currently available game modes dissected and broken down for your edutainment. If you found value in this video, don't forget to hit that like button. It makes us happy to see that you enjoy our videos. Also, what's your favorite game mode? What are your winning strategies? Did we miss some tips and winning strats? Let us know in the comments down below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. We talked a lot about skills in this video, and I'm happy to inform you that in our next video, we'll be diving into all of the skills in Thetan Arena. And as we always do, give you the ultimate breakdown on each of them and tips on when and how to use them effectively. So watch out for that video. There are some really interesting skills in this game. Until next time, stay safe and earn on, gamers. You deserve it.